A pleasant evening to you all. In today's summary, a tuna conference is important for Seychelles as tuna is one of the country's main exports, and this industry creates jobs for the local market. It was the European Union ambassador to Seychelles, Oscar Benedict, who made this statement this morning during the Tuna Conference Seychelles held at Eden Bleu Hotel. The Tuna Conference is an annual gathering bringing together government officials, industry leaders, scientists, and stakeholders to observe and engage in critical discussions around the sustainable development and management of the tuna fisheries sector. The tuna industry is a pillar of Seychelles' economy and a vital resource for the Western Indian Ocean region.
Seychelles depend in its exports a lot on tuna. It's a big part of the mainstay for the country. It gives a lot of jobs, it gives the economy is thriving. And as the EU, we have a partnership in sustainable fisheries. So it's a sort of win-win situation for both of us. And I want to be here at this conference because this conference will look at different things like sustainability of the stocks, scientific advice, climate change, how does it affect, will it affect the fisheries in the future? And I think this is very, very important to understand that better so we can adapt our policies and our cooperation.
The police are inviting members of the public who had reported stolen scooters or motorbikes to visit the central police station on the 1st and 2nd of May and to try identify their stolen properties. This initiative comes as vehicle theft continues to rise, with the police describing the situation as increasingly concerning. Authorities say criminals are becoming more sophisticated, making it difficult to trace vehicles and identify both suspects and rightful owners. However, 2 suspects have been arrested and their cases are currently before the court. During the 2-day exercise, recovered motorcycles and scooters will be brought to the central police station to give victims a chance to claim their stolen properties.
We are very concerned about theft cases against scooters, motorcycle and vehicle. For the year 2024, we have recorded 94 cases, and for the year 2025, we have received 113 cases, and for 2026, we have more than 25 cases related to scooters, motorcycle, and vehicle also. As we can see, mostly of the crime are committed in different regions, such as in the south, north region, including central region also. And the police have seized numerous of scooters, which are in our custodies now. And we are inviting the general public to come on Friday, the 1st of May, and Saturday, the 2nd of May, for the viewing of scooters, for them to be able to identify if there's any scooter belong to them. But when they come for the viewing of scooters, they must bring the necessary document, such as the registration document or transfer document to prove that the scooter or motorcycle belong to them.
To improve monitoring of the ocean, the Meteorological Authority has installed 2 buoys in the sea this week. The first is a floating buoy placed between Belombre and Silhouette Island. It gathers important information such as water temperature and ocean currents. The second buoy, known as a sediment track buoy, is located about 80 kilometers off Mahé, and it is used to track how particles move in the sea. These buoys were donated by China and will support climate research and early warning systems.
The buoy will provide us more directly with information that will help us to understand the impact of climate change on the ocean. Because now we will be able to not only look at what is happening at the surface, but deeper. And for example, we know that deeper in the ocean also, it's a region where it conserves a lot of energy. Many times we see that rain doesn't stop and we try to wonder where it's coming from. And actually there's a strong origin from what is happening beneath the ocean. So by getting this type of information will also help us to do better forecasting in the future, especially when we get very strong, heavy rainfall.
Seychelles and Moldova officially established diplomatic relations yesterday with the aim of promoting bilateral cooperation and strengthening friendly ties between the two countries. According to officials, the agreement is based on the principles of the United Nations Charter and on respect for fundamental norms of international law. Both states also share membership in international organizations, including the Forum of the Small Islands and Organisation Internationale et l'Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie. The protocol was signed in New York between Seychelles' permanent representative to the United Nations, Viviane Fouctave, and her Moldovan counterpart. President Patrick Emini expressed deep sadness following the passing of Seychelles artist Céline Zin, noting that this loss comes at a time when the country continues to mourn the death of several prominent figures in the local music industry. Céline Zin was widely appreciated for her songs such as Un rose besoin la pluie and Emmène-moi mon petit avion. In a message, the head of state said her passion for music, particularly traditional music, as well as her remarkable talent for writing and composition, greatly enriched the artistic landscape of the Seychelles and inspired many generations. President Patrick Emini extends his sincere condolences to Mrs. Zin's family, her friends, her fellow artists, and all those affected by this great loss. To commemorate Chinese Language Day, students of the Seychelles Tourism Academy experience various Chinese cultural activities. The theme of the day is Chinese language sparking colorful dreams. The Chinese Embassy of Seychelles, in collaboration with the Confucius Institute at the University of Seychelles and the STA, the Academy of Tourism, organized the Day of Chinese Cultural Activities at the Academy at La Misère recently, and during an official ceremony at the STA, students sang several songs about friendship and youth in Chinese language. And there was also a fashion show showcasing various traditional Chinese attires. The invited guests also experienced the Chinese culture.
The Chinese language is an ancient and elegant language that embodies Chinese wisdom, tradition, and culture. It is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world and one of the 6 official languages spoken at the UN. Since 2010, the UN has designated the Chinese Language Day to commemorate Changji, who is the legendary inventor of the Chinese characters some 5,000 years ago. In 2023, Chinese President Xi Jinping put forward the global initiative for civilization, noting that a single flower does not make spring, while 100 flowers in full blossom bring spring to the garden, emphasizing the importance of diversification and communication between and among different cultures and civilizations. Amid profound changes unseen in a century, close dialogue and exchange are essential, and language learning builds a heart-to-heart bond for mutual understanding.
And that's it for this news summary. I'll be back at 8 with the Creole Bulletin. Stay tuned.